Hey, fellas, how's it going today?
Good. How are
Good. How you
you?
doing?
I'm good, good. I'm fresh off just seeing the movie, so let's just jump right into this.
Yeah.
I've honestly never seen a movie receive so much flack after a trailer dropped, and as far as people complaining about anything, as far as what's the name of the movie and how they were
Mm.
like hoodwinked. Some people said they were hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
feel this is for the director Kobe,
Yeah.
of course? Do you feel that that criticism was fair? Do you think it was just? Do you understand some of it, or do you just think
Yeah.
people just jumped the gun a little bit after watching it?
No, look, I absolutely understand people being skeptical of anything Hollywood has to say about black people. You know, like we've been burned so many times. I mean, I made a movie inspired by a racist trope that got force-fed to me and all of us over the years, right? So it's like I completely understand any black person in America or the world having a real skepticism that Hollywood's going to do right by us, you know. And so I have deep sympathy for that reaction, and I'm honestly excited for some of the conversation that reaction sparked, and I'm even more excited for people to see the full film and pick up those conversations when people have the full context of the full film that we've made and really believe in.
Awesome. Now, for uh, this is for you. Is this like, your character in the movie is very uncomfortable in certain rooms and so forth and so on? I'm curious to know, was there ever that same exact situation for you during your actual Hollywood career where you was like comfortable in the room, you had to code switch a little bit, or just to
Yeah.
appease the certain people?
Yeah. Every room I step into is kind of. I mean, that's just the nature of the society we live in. I mean, I grew up in very white environments, homogenized environments, and I suffered a lot. I internalized a lot of the messaging that I was taught about myself and my identity. And even though it was painful, I learned how to navigate those spaces at an early age. So I feel like that helped me in my career some, where I could like take the bullshit and what's the word? Transmute it?
Yeah, like transform it, or
Yeah, transform
yeah.
it into like something that actually works for me, something that I can actually deal with. But yeah, it's hard being a black person in America. Period. Like no matter what, you know, the stage of capitalism you're at, like it's kind of it's always gonna be the thing.
Also, I'm gonna let you guys go after this question. What I loved about this movie was it wasn't afraid to go there and take shots at particular movies that really glorified the magical Negro trope.
Mm.
And I wanted to know if there were movies, both of you from the both of you, I wanted to know if there were actual movies that you feel actually abuse this trope the most. And
Shots
you
fired.
don't have to, if you
How
know,
long?
I mean, if you don't want to name a particular, but I want to know if you wanted to name them, is there movies that stand out to you the most that actually abuse the trope?
How long you got? How much time you got? Yeah. No. Look, look, we all know what these movies are, right? Like
Yeah.
you just say the name of the trope, you start to describe it, you see it in the film, and we're all like, oh man, I know, I can think of 3 off the top of my head. Part of what I'm excited about is moving the conversation back to black people, right? And off just criticizing these white writers and producers who made this stuff and say, well, hey, here's the black story I want to tell in response to this. So I'll leave it to you and other people to name them. Which is not advice I got from a lawyer, I swear.
It's funny.
I swear, there's not a lawyer over my shoulder saying, tell it.
I'll name them. No, it's funny because you see the tropes like it's sort of evolved into something else where
Sure, yeah.
like I played a lot of the black best friend in movies, which
Yeah.
is essentially like a two-dimensional character who's like rooted in his race somehow, and who helps the white protagonist get what he wants, and then we never learn anything about him. It's interesting just to see the ways in which people of color have always been pushed to the margins. We're always like we support the real protagonists, the real heroes of our society,
Right,
which are white people, and I think that's what the movie is commenting on.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was a pleasure talking to you. I enjoyed the movie. I hope people
good.
go out and see it and then grab some instrument. It was a pleasure talking to you guys today.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You.